Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Paul Eston Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. And there's some juicy rumors out there in the universe that the New York Jets could be looking at making a potential wide receiver splash. All that coming from our lady, the NFL insider extraordinaire, Diana Rossini of The Athletic, saying, quote, the Jets are among several teams monitoring the trade market for potential wide receiver additions per sources. Some other teams that are also swimming in those waters include the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings from that perspective. So it got me thinking, who are the top 5 wide receivers the New York Jets should think about adding with all this news going on? So we've got a top 5.
Number 5.
Number 5, I'm going to throw him up here. This is not one player. This is multiple. Number 5, insert Green Bay Packers wide receiver. No, this is not a typo. Literally insert any of them they have. Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed. They've got a lot of depth at the wide receiver position. Maybe the Jets could jump on that. Romeo Doubs, 25 years of age. Christian Watson, 26 years of age. Jaden Reed, 25. So any one of the Packers wide receivers could make sense. Here are the stats from Romeo Doubs the last couple of years. 42 catches, 425 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2023 he had 59 catches, 674, and 8 touchdowns. Last year, 46 catches, 601, 4 touchdowns, and he's entering the last year of his rookie deal. Romeo Doubs could certainly be a guy that makes sense. Christian Watson, who you also see on this screen, he's a guy who's injured a lot, so that's sort of concerning, but he's 26, a lot of potential there as well. Again, in his rookie year, 41 catches, 611 yards, 7 touchdowns. 2023 as a sophomore, 28 catches, 422, 5 touchdowns. And last year, 29 catches, 620 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And he averaged 21.4 yards per reception. So an explosive element certainly there from Christian Watson. And we'll round out the group here with Jaden Reed, who over the last 2 years has had a higher ceiling than both of those players. Jaden Reed, as a rookie, had 64 catches for 793 yards and 8 touchdowns. Last year, 55 catches, 857 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So any one of the Packers wide receivers. Let's just sort of package them all together as a potential option here. Let's go there on the number 5 category. But let's move over to perhaps number 4 on the list, and perhaps number 1 in your hearts.
4.
Number 4 here, we're going to flip over to this guy. Let's go to Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, Washington Commanders wide receiver. He is on the list, and we're not going to have any more cheating where I name multiple guys for a singular category. We'll go Terry McLaurin here. He's 29 years of age. He turns 30 during the upcoming season, and here's the problem with Scary Terry and why he's not higher on the list for me, quite frankly. You got to pay him a bag of money. He's looking for buco bucks. Commanders should be willing to pay those buco bucks. Jaden Daniels, their rookie quarterback, is getting paid peanuts, relatively speaking, at the quarterback position. Why won't they pay Terry? That makes no sense. So if the Commanders are serious about trading him, the Jets should explore it, of course, because Terry McLaurin's really good. He's a former Ohio State guy. Also, here's this little nugget. Scott Turner was the Washington Commanders offensive coordinator for 3 years. He's on the Jets offensive coaching staff. So there's some familiarity here. Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, Ohio State. There's a lot there, and the Scott Turner thing. However, it seems like this would be an expensive purchase for the New York Jets. So he's on the list because I think he has to be as a guy that's available and is requested a trade, but I'm not sure if he's going to be the number 1 option here for the New York Jets. All right, let's go to
Number 3.
Let's go to Chris Olave, baby. Let's get some more Ohio State love here on the show. New Orleans Saints wide receiver Chris Olave. Here's the thing. He's 25 years of age. He's got 2 years left on his rookie contract. He is as talented as they come. Chris Olave is really good. In his 3 seasons in the National Football League, as a rookie, he had 72 catches for over 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. In his sophomore year, 87 catches, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. Wow. Last season, only 32 catches, 400 yards, and a touchdown. That's because he was troubled by concussion issues, and that scares the heck out of me because there's just so much we don't know about concussions, and they're a nonlinear injury. They've been happening a lot here for Chris Olave, so this would be a risky move, and perhaps with that risk, you could get Chris Olave for a bit of a discount potentially in terms of draft compensation, and if that's true, the Jets owe it to themselves to explore this possibility, but it always gets a little funky when we're talking about about the potential for injury here. So, Garrett Wilson chemistry, Justin Fields chemistry, the Ohio State thing, that makes a lot of sense. But the injuries, if I'm being blunt, really, really scare me here. But he's number 3 on the list. There's no question about it. This guy is super, super talented. But let's go to
Number 2.
Number 2 on the list, I'm going to jump over here. This guy's pretty familiar with Justin Fields. It's Chicago Bears wide receiver DJ Moore, baby. He's on the list, and there's a lot I like about DJ Moore. He's 28 years of age. He's got 5 years left on his deal. They've reworked a lot of stuff there in Chicago, and he's talented. He had that great year with Justin Fields a couple of years ago. 96 catches, 1,300 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Things look pretty good for DJ Moore when he was connected there with Justin Fields. So the chemistry's already there. You love that part of it. The Bears have a lot of wide receivers. They have Roma Dunze, who was a top 10 pick. They just added Luther Burden out of the draft this year. So they have a lot of wide receivers. If they're willing to flip one, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn know each other. Maybe that could create a trade possibility. Justin Fields, DJ Moore already know each other. So there's a lot to like potentially if the Jets decide to go in that direction with DJ Moore. But there's a clear number 1 to me on this list. A clear number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Jameson Williams of the Detroit Lions. This is my number 1 target if I'm the New York Jets, and there's a lot of connective tissue here. First off, J-Mo is young. He's 24 years of age. He's got 2 years left on his deal. There's obviously the connection between Aaron Glenn and the Detroit Lions staff, so that makes sense. He's a former Ohio State guy. That's been a theme on this show, so he could compliment Garrett Wilson a lot. And since Aaron Glenn is hired, if you're a Jets fan, you know this and you've heard this, Aaron Glenn is referenced trying to find his own version of Jameson Williams and how much he changes things, that his threat of taking the top off a defense opens things up in the middle of the field. So instead of trying to find a copy carbon of Jameson Williams, why don't you just get breaks news here, Jameson friggin' Williams, baby. Are the Lions going to pay Amon-Ra St. Brown a bag and J-Mo a bag? I don't know. Maybe. But I'm advocating for that because you compare Garrett Wilson and J-Mo together. They're perfect complements. J-Mo can take the top off of defense. Garrett Wilson is incredibly fluid. He's a basketball player on the football field. And imagine that Justin Fields rocket launcher taking deep shots to J-Mo, baby. So my number 1 target, if I'm the New York Jets, is Jameson Williams. I'm seeing if the Lions are willing to shake. I'm willing to make a deal. I'm willing to get froggy if they are. He is number 1 on my list. So let's run back through all of these names here real quick in my top 5. These are the top 5 receivers, again, I would consider trading for if I'm the New York Jets. Obviously, you're not trading for all 5. So I'm giving you 5 names plus, for as you will see from our number 5 here in a second to reiterate. But these are names the Jets should consider and pluck someone from this group. Again, you're not plucking all of them, obviously, but pluck the names that stand out most to you. So let's go through this entire group here. And all of this stems back to this. Diana Rossini saying the Jets are monitoring the trade market. So, hey, let me help them out and give them my top 5 list. Again, number 5, insert a Green Bay Packers wide receiver. They've got a plenty of them over there. The one they're probably not trading is Matthew Golden. Obviously, they just drafted him in the first round, but any of the other ones I imagine could be up for grabs. So insert Green Bay Packers wide receiver. Let's see if we can make some noise. Number 4 on the list, Washington Commanders wide receiver Scary Terry. Again, this is a guy that is the anti-diva, despite whatever may be going on right now. He's a soldier. He's played with terrible quarterbacks his entire career, and he's continued to produce. I like the cut of his jib. So number 4 on the list, Terry McLaurin. Number 3, New Orleans Saints wide receiver Chris Olave. Again, concussions issues scare the crap out of you, but he's young, tremendous upside, Ohio State guy. So a lot of connective tissue there with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson for that matter. So sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. Let's go number 2 here, a guy who's intimately familiar with Justin Fields. That's Chicago Bears wide receiver DJ Moore, number 2 on the list here. Again, they made magic together when they were united there in 2023 and career numbers across the board. I think DJ Moore could do that again with the Jets, and the Bears are loaded with wide receivers. Help me help you. We'll take one of them off your hands. That's just the kind of guy I am. And number 1 on my list, Jameson Williams, the Detroit Lions wide receiver, is my number 1 target if I'm the New York Jets. Would the Lions do it? I don't know. Ahead of this season when they're trying to win the Super Bowl, maybe, maybe not, but I'm going to make them tell me no because I think he'd be the perfect answer for the New York Jets in this wide receiver room. It makes a lot of sense that the Jets would be considering all of these trade market opportunities at wide receiver because they got Garrett Wilson and a bunch of unknowns in that room. Go all in on Justin Fields. Get your wide receiver. Aaron Glenn and Darren Mucci, don't be afraid to put on the scuba gear. Get ready for a splash, baby. I know I am ahead of this season. Guys, make sure you let me know in the comments section. Am I an idiot? Do you like some of my choices? Who are some of the other ones I left off the list? I'll give you guys some honorable mentions because I put together a whole list here. I went through every depth chart in the National Football League and just took notes. Maybe this guy, maybe this guy, maybe this guy. So here are some of the players that did not make the list of my top 5. Adam Thielen, Carolina Panthers. Michael Pittman Jr., the Indianapolis Colts. Jacoby Myers of the Las Vegas Raiders certainly was another one up there. Darius Slayton of the New York Giants. Sneaky there. If the Giants are willing to shake him free, he was a target for me in free agency. So a couple of names that were honorable mention. But let me know in the comments section. Who do you guys like? Who do you guys hate? Who did I not even mention here that we should consider? The Jets sound like they're exploring options, and I just gave them 5 to consider, baby. I want to thank everybody for watching this video here. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Paul Esden Jr. Hello, how you doing? My nickname is Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. I'm live on this channel every single day, holiday or not, at 7:30 in the morning. So make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. At the time of this recording, we're about 100 subscribers away from 8,000. So it'd be cool if you guys could join up and join the army, baby. We give you New York Jets content all day, every day. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see if there is a splash to be made here on Boy Green's YouTube channel, a.k.a. Boy Green Daily.